Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Mercury Direct.
Woohoo!
I'm sure we're all happy about that one.
That is indeed something to be happy about.
So, hope everybody is doing well. We're all hanging in. You can see behind us, the sun is shining through.
Let the sun in.
It's bitterly cold out there, but the temperature is warming up as the day goes on. And supposedly in the evening, we're going to hit 34 degrees, which is like hot around here these days.
It's something for us to look forward to.
Yes, little things mean a lot. So, all right, I think I've got everybody on the list. Good morning, Divine You. Hi, how's it going?
Good morning, everyone.
Or should I say afternoon? For those of us, it's afternoon.
But you know, it's always morning somewhere in the world.
And night.
Well,
Depending on who's here. If KC were here, right? We know Gina's not going to make it today. She's got something up and coming, so she's begged off. But we got a pretty good list here today. So I'm going to just quickly read off the list, make sure I've got everybody so far. And let's see. Oh, 42 Angel. Yeah, that's going to be, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday for us. And then it goes down to 34 again on Thursday. So let's see, we've got Libra Cusp, Divine You, My Sweet Christina, Blue Ocean Stars, Kayla, Mama T, Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apple and Eve, and Bonita.
All right.
Yeah, we've got a lot of snow. I was gonna drop some pictures on Twitter last night because we went to see our son and our granddaughter to drop off some birthday gifts. Somebody had a birthday. Her beautiful granddaughter turned 15 on the
19th.
The 19th, right. She's just eking it into Pisces there. But she's a little artist, and I bought her some watercolor pens, which are really awesome, and some watercolor paper. And I also got her the cute Lenormand deck. So she can start playing with that. I think it's just perfect for her. All right. Well, hey, Sonali. Welcome. I'll get you on the list. And we're going to do the card from the collective from the Universal Love deck one more time. You know, it's still Super Tarot Love Month. We're still throwing poetry verses out there.
That's right. The next one will be my loving limerick, and it won't be a naughty one at all. You want a naughty one?
Well, or funny.
Well, I think it'll be funny.
Okay.
But that'll be on Tuesday at some point.
Okay, Mr. Oh, pick a card for us. The fate of love is in your hands.
Oh, that's
Scorpio.
horrible.
Oh.
Upright?
Yes, upright.
And we have the goddess.
He drew the goddess. Wow. So, this card, it relates to issues of creativity, intuition, reflection, and nurturing. Look at the image and note what feelings emerge. The lady in the picture has the moon reflecting behind her. The moon, being feminine in nature, constantly reflects light. She is here to remind you of your own intuitive, creative, and nurturing powers. Reflect upon the past few months. Have you lost touch with your intuitive, creative, and nurturing power? Perhaps you are not fully utilizing these energies. There is much to be gained by reconnecting with these qualities. Tap into them by connecting with the goddess that holds the essence of creation. Whether male or female, the goddess is a reflection of the beauty and power you hold within you. Woohoo!
Very nice.
Nice card, Mr. O. Good pick. Good choice.
Thank you. So my cards this week, or this Sunday, are the New Golden Dawn. Let's get that on.
Oh.
I've used it here a few times, and this is
Swapping it up a bit, eh?
the Three of Cups, and I think they're noticed mostly for their really vibrant and firm coloring. And then, of course, because it is still Super Tarot Love Month, I have my Tarot of the Mermaids, the wonderful Tarot of the Mermaids, and then also my Adrian Tarot.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Which is kind of cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the King of Swords from that one.
Very nice choices.
Thank you.
I'm sticking with the tried and true I've had, so I'll just run through them quickly. We've got the Queen of Cups here from the Lover's Path Tarot by Chris Walder. And after next Sunday, we'll be mixing up the decks a little bit. And we're going with the old Golden Girls again, just darn because. And here, let's throw out that Ace of Pentacles just for the heck of it.
Oh, the Golden Girls.
Just because I like to say, and it's the Golden Girls, so why not the Golden Ace of Pentacles?
Yay, I want it.
And finally, we also have again for a return appear. I really like this deck. Maybe I'll have to bring it out more often. Let's pull the moon out from the Tarot Sutra deck.
The moon. The rapture of the deep, it says underneath.
Mm. So I do like this deck. Anyway,
So I guess we're ready to roll.
we are just about ready to roll, and I'm using my... Oh,
Hi,
gosh.
Dr. Victor.
Hey, Dr. V. Yeah, if you post your
We're
question, this time if you have to leave, we'll remember to try to look for it. Sorry about that. We missed you last time. I'm trying to think of the name of it desperately.
What's that?
My Lenormand deck. It escapes me all of a sudden.
Is it the one there?
The Dreaming Way, Lenormand. The Dreaming Way. It just took me a moment. There we go.
And that's the writer.
Well, you're down a bit, Dr. V, because we're over 10 now. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You are number 13, which is a magical number.
And I see that we have the Floyd.
Oh, the Floyd. Okay, I'll get the Floyd on the list. You are number 14, Floyd. So if either of you two need to drop a question and run, we'll
I think
try...
Dr. Victor has done that.
Oh,
Is that correct?
yes.
Okay.
Come back with offer. Okay, I've got it, Dr.
Okay, Dr. V.
And how soon? All right, let's get rolling. Let's just get right to it today, I say. We may have some announcements along the way. Next month, in honor of, I will say one thing right now, though. Next month, in honor of Women's History Month, I'll be using some women-centric decks. Maybe some intermixed with others, but so
Cool.
just to honor women and women's history. Woohoo!
I probably don't have anything like that.
You have a goddess tarot or anything?
I have a goddess oracle.
Well, an
So,
oracle. Well,
goddess cards, I think they're called. Or,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
They're more like platitudes or prayers.
I even have some things to use. Yeah, I have oracles that we can use for our collective readings as well. And some of them, I think I have a goddess like stone set of some sort. That's pretty cool.
So
we'll bring
Libra's
those up.
first?
Yep. No, yeah, Libra cusp is first. What is coming towards you? All right. Your deck.
Yeah, and I'm
I'll
going
let you start off, Mr.
break it out with the new Golden Dawn Tarot.
It's good to see you too, Kayla.
Don't know how
We're
that
hanging
got
in there. I'm just waiting for my turn at a COVID shot. He got one. Hopefully there'll be enough vaccine for him to get a second next month.
I'm supposed to get it about a week from Tuesday.
And we'll see what happens. There have been shortages and, of course, some of the weather delays because of all the crazy weather everybody's been having. Uh-oh. Well, this is about as wide as I like a deck to go.
It is a little wide. I'm
I
glad that
have
it's
some wide
shorter
ones too,
because
yeah.
that makes it a little easier.
Well, wait till I bring back out the Hip Chick Tarot for some of my other decks for
Well, you know what?
March.
I like Gina, but she likes me to use that Karma Music Tarot, and that one's a pretty wide one too. So since she said she wasn't going to be here today, I decided to leave that one aside.
Yeah, I'm not either. I am under they're doing 65 and up. And even though I have more than enough pre-existing conditions, as I found out recently, I still can't get the shot because, they're not doing that group yet. So I hang in there.
Okay, so what's coming towards you, Libra? You have the upright Eight of Swords.
Yes.
Pretty dynamic colors there. And it says shortened force underneath. Then you have the reverse Two of Pentacles. It says harmonious change, but of course that would be altered because of its reverse setting. And then finally, you have the King of Cups. And there's no word or short phrase there with that one, so we can just go with it as we will.
Well, I will go with them all as I will.
Of course you will.
Because that's me. But, I'm looking at that. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. Just seems to me the Eight of Swords, upright or reversed, is appearing a lot for us lately. It's one of those cards that keeps coming up. And I feel that it's like indicating, Libra, that, you're ready to kind of break free from, how should I say this, the self-imprisonment you've imposed on yourself. In other words, you put a lot of roadblocks or obstacles in front of yourself, and maybe you're coming to terms with some of that now and you're ready to bust out. And it's going to be a little bit of a disruptive time for you. We've got that Two of Pentacles there, and the balance is a little off. You're feeling it, and maybe that makes you a little anxious, but no worries, because that Knight of Cups upright.
It's King.
Oh, it's the King?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, because it's on a horse. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I know kings sometimes are on horses, but I always think of the knights. So, but the King of Cups is clearly saying that you are doing the right thing. You are doing the right thing for you. This is what you need for your emotional well-being and, to be on top of things.
I agree with Banshee. I think that these things are leading up to something. I think that this is really about you coming to terms with the balance issues and where you see movement opportunities for you. But I'm going to just go out there and say that the King of Cups possibly represents an emotional matter too coming to you, or that a person who brings strong emotionality, kindness, possible love interest, possible just kind person who becomes very close to you. I sort of see that as one of these things that's coming to you, or that maybe it's one of those things you're trying to get towards that in the releasing yourself of some of these other things.
Yeah, I like that.
So the Lenormand.
So we'll add some Lenormand to that. I think whatever's happening is going to really make you feel like, ultimately that you are in control again of your emotional well-being, You're going to be on top of things.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I think the King of Cups can also be said to be that too. Absolutely. So we have the book.
I love this version of the book here. And Angel Rivera, take a look at that. The books open doors, don't they? So, reading opens doors, and that's exactly
Library
what you
power.
see there. I think it's really awesome. And so there's knowledge to be gained. Learning things about yourself and doing some self-work really will bring some positive energy to you.
And then there's the stars.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, Well,
I'm combining them when I said that.
Oh, I see.
But you can go ahead, and then there's the stars.
Well, I think that's clear. What this is that all of this is still unfolding, and that there still are some mysteries or some pages to be turned, if we want to use a metaphor, before you arrive. And so I'm going to just say that maybe the stars, whether that's a person who you maybe come very fond of, or whether it just represents the emotional stability that's happening to you, this is inspiring. This is, either way, whatever those things are, they're just really filling you up with a lot of hope.
Yeah. And so, and I think the more you really get to know, your inner workings, yourself, and what you need, and to break free from habits, thought processes, patterns that don't serve you well, Libra cusp, you're going to feel a lot more optimistic about the future. The future has yet to be written. That's what we have for you.
Thanks.
Okay, Divine you are up. And then my sweet Christina, Blue Ocean Stars, Kayla, Mama T, Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apples and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, and the Floyd.
Well, of course, Mercury retrograde has reversed, and within that next week or so, things are just going to continue to be more of the direct action. So most of these things are maybe just sort of bound to happen anyway, just the sense of some movement being able to occur. So it may not necessarily be too fast.
What are the angels' messages on this? Okay.
What deck do you want to use?
Hang on. We'll use this one. So these are people associated with the new job, right? I just want to get that straight, Divine You. The guy and his sister. Here you go.
Well, I thought the guy was the person that there was a date with.
Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. Well, I'm definitely using a good deck for this reading. Sorry about that. It's a personal question.
Yeah, about the relationship.
Got it.
But continued good luck with your new job starting. That's awesome.
Absolutely. It's exciting now. You can focus on these other areas of your life now that that's out of the way.
Woohoo.
All right, let's see.
This is 3 card.
Yep. Well, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the 3 of Wands upright. Then we have the 8 of Cups upright. Wow, this is kind of interesting, Mr. O.
I think so. Well, a sense to me is that maybe although you say things are moving fast, they may not actually continue to move fast. Some things may slow down. The Knight of Coins generally tends to pertain to an energy that slows down or becomes a little inert. So maybe there's confidence issues on either your parts, or maybe there's other issues that are doing that. And that's what I lean more towards, because I think the 3 of Wands says that maybe from other things going on in their own life. Maybe there are some issues about their investments or about opportunities or networking that they're dealing with. And then also, too, with the Eight of Cups, it could just be saying that although things are moving well, there may be a sense, too, that there could still be other directions to explore. I'm not saying specifically about the relationship, but maybe there's some other kind of thought with him that maybe there's something else he is moving towards, moving away from. It could be the thing with, that may be developing with you, but maybe it could be something else too. The moon.
Yeah, this is kind of mysterious to me. I don't see this as being a bad thing necessarily. No. I do feel things might slow down a bit, so relax about that. But where is it going? And I'm trying to figure it out here. I can read this two ways. One is not as pleasant as the other. One is that I feel that maybe this person is looking ahead. They are, maybe they've been moving fast because they've been looking ahead, looking at things that they're planning and waiting to happen and develop. They're excited about it. They're almost looking at this as if this is a new discovery, a new venture. They want to enjoy this new journey, and get as much out of it as possible. They're seeking something, they're hoping for something more to happen or develop, I feel. That's on the positive end. On the negative end, I have to wonder here too if they're not also keeping their options open, that Three of Wands could be indicative of that, because maybe they feel they haven't yet, they aren't really sure, that this is where the journey is going to stop. Do you know what I'm saying? I
do know what you're saying, and of course we don't know enough about what's going on personally between you guys necessarily, so these are more of our surface impressions that maybe what it's really saying is that you haven't really moved to more bonding. You have some initial bonding, but you haven't quite moved there yet, and that there are some peripheral issues perhaps for each of you.
Yeah, and I see what he's saying. Like, there's the other idea that, maybe there's different things that this person is going to have to give up or let go of, move away from, move on from, to become more involved with you. That's the possibility as well, as they're thinking about the different changes and things that they may have to make in their own lives.
I don't think it's an identified third party. I think it's an abstract third party that maybe in their mind they think there could be some other people they want to meet and feel,
I forgot about the ex, or I think you might have mentioned the ex before.
You did mention the ex before.
And so, that does bring a different little spin here, because I feel that this person is moving away from that ex. I really do feel that. They are moving away. But, there are issues, and maybe it is kind of a slow process. That might be what this Knight of Pentacles is about. But rest assured about that, they are moving from the ex. But, once you've gotten out of a bad relationship, it's really easy to just get involved in another one. But, uh-oh. What? Did I miss something?
His ex wants to come back.
I read that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that's why I was responding the way I was.
Sorry.
I really feel that regardless
I thought it was a BAM moment and that she didn't know it yet.
No, regardless of the ex wanting to come back, I feel somehow mentally he is trying to move away from that. He's definitely trying to move away, but it's not necessarily an easy process. And maybe that's because this ex is trying to come back. Maybe that's why he's slowing down and he's, trying to deal with it all. But I really feel his mind and heart is kind of moving away.
The inertia with this card is the fact that maybe because of that ex coming back, that presents these lingering issues that he's hoping to deal with, and so there's a waiting game resolving some of that stuff. The ship hasn't come in yet because really he wants the ship to go away. Kind of sort of.
I think he also maybe just realizes, that maybe I could do better. You know, he's looking out at the opportunities being presented around him, like yourself, and he's thinking, maybe I could do better. You know, I need to move on. I need to travel this path.
So pretty much we think it's just a process that's going to be slow. And so you may have to decide, how much you're hanging on there, where the value is at this time, or whether you want to also have some amount of freedom to look at other things there and find other values, with other things you need to do too.
Well, I think what it means, Divine You, is, obviously he's still got attachments. There are court cases still in the works. There is property issues to be resolved, like you said. And so I feel like just take it slow. I would be very cautiously taking it slow right now. I think he's serious. I will say that.
Okay.
And I really feel sometimes when I get this card, and it's the bouquet.
Sorry, I was trying to keep up with the chat there.
Along with the key, I really get the feeling this is what this is trying to tell you, Divine You, is accept the gift of this possibility and potential now for what it is. It is a gift, it's brightening your spirits, it's giving you hope. You're connecting with somebody on a different level now. And so I feel like just accept this relationship for what it is right now and go with the moment, go with the flow.
I'm going to say it a little bit differently because I like to think of the Lenormand as having more tangible, physical things happen. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that maybe this person is going to actually give you a gift of some sort, and that gift will basically explain or be the key to you understanding where you really stand with them, and maybe how you can honestly believe it would proceed from there.
That works for me, Mr. O. Good job.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And thank you, Divine.
And that's what we have for you.
And good luck with the new job, of course.
Yes, that is awesome.
Maybe. Oh, did he already give you that? That's definitely early, maybe.
Or, well, it could be a ring if that's what you're just speculating. It could just be something, hey, a necklace, just something. Whenever jewelry is given, I kind of get the feeling that's kind of a real bonding going on there, whatever it is. It's a feeling, that you get from that.
It brings me back to 8th grade in a Catholic school where all the boys were talking about how all the girls they liked were going to get their friendship ring. But it always seemed like you're really thinking more about friendship with these girls. And vice versa, perhaps.
Okay, my sweet Christina, you are up. And then
wow,
Blue Ocean.
He's talking about the ring.
My sweet Christina, you are up. And then Blue Ocean Stars, Kayla, Mama T, Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apples and Eve, Bonita Sinelli, Dr. V, and the Floyd.
Okay, I knew there was a reason I wanted to bring the Adrian Tarot.
That's a good one
because
for that.
It really has a sense of cosmic
welcome, Divine You.
Stuff, and you are very welcome, Divine, and we are always interested in what's going on. Thanks for letting us know.
Oh.
Okay, my sweet Christina.
We are also getting snow tonight. Did I forget to mention that? 1 to 3 inches, probably more like 1 to 2 from
Good
the sounds
news, I don't
of
have to go to work tomorrow, but I was thinking about heading out to the market early to pick up a few items.
Well, the good news, Mr. O, is since the temperature's rising, some of that snow might be rain, so it may not freeze. We'll see.
I would hate for it to freeze.
I know. Then you stay home. So I took these pictures on the way back of piles of snow and cleared roads. I have to post some on Twitter. Might be the last time we see that much snow this season. Fingers crossed. Yeah, your temperatures are warmer there, so I don't think you're going to hit with rain or snow. Maybe some wet snow, but we're going to get it. Okay, spirit guides, messages.
Or other spirits.
Okay.
All right, so we have our 3 cards. the King of Wands, upright.
Wow.
Hubba hubba.
That's one big wand he's carrying, Mr. O.
Oh, I'm blushing. And then we have the Fool upright.
Ooh.
Kind of cosmic there. And then we have, the Two of Cups upright. And it says love on the card.
Wow, if this were a love reading, I'd say you are all set here.
But it is possible that the spirits are telling you that some sort of love is coming to you, or is going to be magnified, or maybe is going to be challenged by that Fool. So if you're already in a relationship, maybe there's going to be a challenge to this relationship. The King of Wands could represent the person you trust most, or a very trustworthy person. So it could be a mate, it could be a person, regardless of gender. Do you want to jump in now?
Well, yeah. Yeah. So what is that other one again? It's the Fool. So spirit guides might be telling you now is the time to take some chances and, some gambles, some risks. And so it's interesting to me that we've got both something that symbolizes love here and something that symbolizes, to me, kind of mastery and enterprise and,
social
fire energy.
Magnetism, magnetic.
Yeah. So this might be saying this is time to... Wow, I don't know. This almost does sound like a love reading of some sort.
Right. If you were debating taking a relationship to another level or beginning a new relationship with something that's just really seems like it is accessible to you, the spirit, I think, is saying you could take that chance.
Or a partnership of some sort, working together with people, doing something with others, starting a social group, whatever the case may be. It seems like you're going to take the lead. Spirit is telling you it's time to take the lead on something. Okay.
Now we need some feedback because I want to know.
Okay. I think Spirit is telling you, your spirit guides, that you can now step up and take the lead on something to do with partnerships, social activities, commitments, and I feel commitments. It could be a relationship. It's time for you to take a lead. And what?
I'll let you finish.
You just interrupted me, so you better go ahead.
You're about to start something or partner in something that will make you highly magnetic. The status you will increase, or that this project involves really elevating your status.
Spirit guides are telling you, don't be shy about this. Be ready to lead. I think maybe that's what the Fool is about here. The Fool is about maybe in the past you've not wanted to take charge in certain areas or commit to leading a particular group function or activity, or seek out some other higher calling of some sort. And I feel this is the time. This is the time for you to connect with that. Maybe the 2 is about connecting here. And also maybe spirit guides are telling you this is a time for you to connect more strongly with them on your own.
There you go.
I don't know. I got a lot of ideas about this here because I do feel strongly that now that I'm looking at that 2 of Cups, maybe it's referring more to connecting and taking more chances with that. Don't think you can't reach out to them. They are there for you. We can be a conduit, but you yourself can have that direct, and maybe that's what they're trying to tell you, is to take that lead.
I think she knows what it is. We're going to throw the 2 Lenormand just to see what else that might tell us. Very awesome reading. It just seems to have a lot of a charged spiritual quality on its own.
Were you cutting me off again?
I was. What are you going to do about it?
I'll give you the anchor.
Ah, glug, glug, glug.
And I'll give you the ship. Well, don't those go together? But what does that mean to me here? I guess too that spirit guides are saying, as you move forward with this, as you move forward with this connection, don't be so rigid and inflexible that you can't accept maybe some of the different messages that you're receiving about the moves and changes that you need to make.
Well, maybe it's also saying to kind of review in place where these vistas or horizons are taking you, that if there are new perspectives coming, make sure you hold them in place at least long enough to acknowledge them before you move on to the next one. Like, this is a moment for you to consider that, to have some meditation about it.
Well, it's really funny, my sweet Christina, when I see this and I'm looking at the ship and the anchor, I'm also thinking of the astral. And so it might be also telling you to make sure, you got the 1 foot in this world and the 1 foot in the other world. You have to be grounded. Make sure you do the work to ground as you, work with these energies.
How interesting. Always keep your silver cord attached.
Yes, good advice.
So that's what we have, my sweet Christina.
It could mean that as well. It could be spirit trying to tell you that. That's definitely an idea of staying in place rather than making a move. Absolutely. So good luck with that. Hey, Blue Ocean Stars, you are up. And then Kayla, Mama T, Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apple and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, and the Floyd.
All righty.
Is it about land or love? How do you want to do that?
Okay, maybe the 2 and the 2. That one where is it about the land, is it about the love? That one.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yes. Let's see what the Golden Girls have to say.
And we'd like to remind everybody to watch our other shows during the week, like Banshee's Material Matters, or my Goth Tarot, or my Emotional Exchanges. You can check out our YouTube channel for those.
Okay, so it was land. This is about land. Let's see what we have. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Interesting. We have the Page of Pentacles upright. And then for love, we have the Fool.
And Judgment. Okay.
Well, so what do you think, Mr. O? Is this the right way to do it? I could go either way on this one.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if that was the right way to do it, but let's
try to look at this.
Let's just say what the factors are on each possibility or side of it.
Yeah. So as far as land goes, to me, it seems as though there's a connection here with property or finances, feeling that money could have been involved. Money.
Perhaps, and I sort of feel that because we have 2 pages and they're opposite each other, so maybe there was this argument or this not exact agreement on land, and that maybe the money is there, and maybe there's something really about just the fact that it was supposed to stay in the family, or was supposed to be for another purpose of some sort. So maybe there was a disagreement there, or just an unequal situation.
But then when we look at the love, we have the Fool and we have Judgment. And I almost wonder here, was it about something with karmic implications and a love, either an unrequited love or, some infidelity that affected, things. What do you think?
Is somebody judging somebody or feeling baneful about somebody because they felt they did an impulsive choice and that it affected other people, or that they weren't chosen in love, and so they feel like they disagreed with that. They feel like maybe there's a comeuppance that'll come. I sort of feel like this relates to the idea that somebody is unhappy of somebody's choice and feels they should have chosen better, perhaps.
I feel this is kind of inconclusive, so I think we're going to do something else. But first, I want to just toss 2 Lenormand and see if maybe they give us a clearer picture. Yeah, I think we might have... Yeah, let's see what we get here. Let's see.
Well, that takes it over to love, maybe. The birds and the stars.
I think, so this person, this curse on your family is probably from somebody who is gone now. Do you think they're still physically in this world? Because I sense that maybe they're gone now, and that, that this curse is still affecting. I don't know why when I see the birds there, I feel like there is this curse that's lingering still after they have passed.
But then how do you explain the stars? Because
I'm looking at that as them being out.
Okay, that's an interesting idea.
That's just what came to me.
Your great-grandfather, who is probably not here anymore, do you believe they were the person who put on the curse, or they were the person who was being cursed?
Yeah, I feel that they're still, it's like the birds are about communication, gossip, etc. But looking at it in context, I feel this is communication from out there, from the other realm. And let's see. So I think we're going to try to pin this down a little more, because this still does not give me a clue. If I had gotten a love card, if I had gotten a property card or something more material, I might have had something to go on there. Why don't you give me those cards back? Let's do a quick yes, no. What do you feel strongest about from this reading, Mr. O?
My strongest feeling?
Yeah.
My strongest feeling actually is I wonder if maybe it's a little bit of both. That there's a property thing going on, right? And that maybe it involves unrequited affections or people...
Or maybe it was people that they love, but maybe not necessarily in a romantic sense.
Or a falling out between people, and therefore somebody cursed the land, or somebody made it harder to access the land, or something else.
Well, I knew you'd do that, because now if I ask if it's a little bit of both and it says no, we still don't know which one it is. Let's see what we get.
Well, yes, we could do that.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have to talk. But we can custom readings, so that is not a problem. If we don't have a spread to fit, I'm still working on the webpage, but we can certainly DM us and talk about it. Right. We are taking readings now.
Yeah, we're always taking readings when we get requests.
So here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to ask if it's a little of both, just to see. And it might give us a clue if it's leaning one way or another.
Do you think at all that that's possible too? What I thought? Just curious. I don't know that it matters.
Oh, I'm going to shut off my little light. There we go. Okay.
She says yes.
Huh. Wow.
Well, it is a wow.
Is leaning towards no, so it's definitely one or the other. I don't know why, but I might be getting land or property more, but I'm not totally convinced of that. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles, which just means it's leaning towards no. We have the Four of Wands upright. And that's where I'm getting the property thing at, because doesn't it look like a foundation's being built there? And the other thing is that I get from that is it could be about families and relationships. Sometimes the Four of Wands is a wedding celebration. So in a sense, that could be bringing the love angle into this, maybe more than the property. And let's look at this here. We got the Nine of Swords. Whatever this was, this deeply affected your grandfather. He was in a lot of remorse over this. But you know, the thing is, a lot of people bring their anxieties on themselves. And whenever I see the Nine of Swords, I feel like this is him just taking things so totally out of context and letting them just overwhelm him with grief and anger and sorrow and anxiety.
I'm wondering if there was a situation about the one who got away. Not necessarily a romantic thing, like maybe there was somebody who got away because maybe he's looking at somebody else being happy that he felt he deserved, and that's where this, remorse and then the eventual cursing comes in. Just the thought I had by seeing those.
Yeah. Wow, interesting reading. I'm not going to do a Lenormand on that. I think that Lenormand stands that we did. But wow, that was awesome.
Okay, so maybe we'll
I
talk
don't know.
more
I
later.
hope that helped a little bit there. But that's what we have for you today.
My goodness.
Good luck with that. And hey, Kayla, you are up. And then Mama T, Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apollonie, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, and the Floyd.
Can I get a cough drop?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
You go.
Feeling that tickle.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I do think that Nine of Swords fits a situation like that.
It almost always means worry, concern, stress, sorrow over somebody that's not really with you. And it's not about a person who's dead. It's more often about somebody who just is not in your realm.
Holy cow, 10th child. Wow. My mother came from a family of 10, so that's interesting. Actually, there were 12, but 2 died after childbirth.
Okay, Kayla's here.
Okay, Kayla. No, Sonali, you are further down the list still. Sorry. We're on Kayla
We're kind
right
of slow
now.
right now, Sonali. Sorry.
There's 7 people in front of you, Sonali. Sorry. But we will get to everybody on this list today, up to the Floyd. And if people leave, we might fit somebody else in, but that's where I'm cutting it off. Okay. This is going to be about my future and a yes or no question, okay? So, what's the question? We're waiting.
You're welcome, Blue Sky, Blue Ocean.
Do you want to get a duck?
Sure. Do you have the question?
Nope, not yet, but you can get a duck. Oh,
Okay.
you want to decide.
Maybe.
Okay, Kayla, go ahead. You're welcome, Blue Ocean.
I have a baggy, saggy sweater on today, and I look sloppy. And
Did we lose Kayla?
I don't know. Maybe it's a very long question. Or they bounced on the signal somehow.
Yeah, it's possible.
Let's give them another minute or so.
Let's give one more minute. So we do have a video coming out very soon. We're doing our own past life video again on a relationship we had in a past life together. So
Wow.
exciting. And we're doing it with the same card layouts we did at our past life pop-up live stream. So we hope you'll watch. We hope it'll be fun and entertaining, as always.
Yeah, Kayla's having a device problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead with your question, Kayla.
Okay, so while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to name drop our stuff and also knock over the camera. Believe it or not, Soul Stories is coming back. We just don't know when exactly, but it is. Also, we will be doing the modality. Actually, that just came out this last week, and so that's good for the whole month, so check it out if you can. Okay, and I see Kayla's back with us.
Whether or not you're going to ascend to the past, those past life readings are always fun.
Okay, how do we want to ask that?
Well, whether or not going to ascend to the past. So what does that mean exactly?
You're asking me? I'm having a problem with the camera, so...
All right, well, it's a yes-no question, so grab a deck. I think that's the perfect deck.
All right.
They are fun. We
Thank you.
enjoy them a lot.
They're a scream.
You know, when we set up our website, we are going to be offering past life parties as a thing for people. They will be fairly reasonably priced, so you know, it might be interesting to get a group together on Zoom and with us to do some past life readings. We'll see. We're still working out the kinks on all of this. Private past life parties, that'll be fun. Yeah, we're working on it. We got a few ideas. It's just the time. All right.
So this is a yes or no.
It is a yes or no. Let's ask it and see what we get. Okay, mind traveling. One. What's that?
4.
2, 3. Wow. That's upright, isn't it?
It is.
Yikes. Okay, it is leaning towards yes. It's not the most positive yes in the world, but it is leaning towards yes. We got the 5 of Pentacles here, upright. You've got 2 aces. They're both reversed. So I get the feeling that, yes, mind travel to the past. I think you could do it, but it's not going to be without a lot of effort. I feel like it's going to take a bit out of you to do this, and it may take time for you to really get to that point to be able to do that.
Well, there's a word on this card. It is the 5 of Pentacles, and the word is crisis. And I'm not beholden necessarily, but I would just say that this represents the idea you have to be totally sure of what and how you are doing this.
Right, and you may need assistance. Maybe you need somebody who can
Ground you.
guide you, on your journey. Somebody who does past life journey work. There's a lot of people who will take you down into the state you need to be in.
I've heard of some people who have their own circles or groups, and they may do that as a group exercise where maybe a couple of the people will monitor the person to make sure they don't forget to breathe or something like that. But basically, it sort of is a little bit self-hypnotic. Somebody has to pretty much put you into a trance and then create the suggestions that will allow you to mentally project.
Yeah.
Sounds easy, right?
I had it done once. It was a pretty awesome experience.
So we have the man. Whoops, and we have a falling. I don't know what's wrong with this camera today. The man and the birds.
The birds have reappeared. And I'm going to go on a limb like this one because I know the birds are about chatter, gossip, talking. And so what am I looking at here? The man could be you in this case, or it could be you connecting with somebody from your past. Maybe you will travel back to a past life where you were actually, in fact, a male. And, I feel that there's a connection. The birds here are talking about connecting, I think.
Well, it's interesting. I'm a little bit, haphazard with this one because I don't exactly understand what it could mean in terms of that relation. But I sort of get the feeling from Banshee that maybe, the birds are taking flight. It's a metaphor for your spirit flying to this area, and that maybe this does have the idea that maybe there's either a reason because it's that gender for you, a male gender, or that there's an involvement with a person like that that's important for you to get there and see or do or witness something.
So I get the feeling that you will connect with some lifetime, either where you were a male or a male was very important in this lifetime that you're visiting. And I think we got to leave it at that. That's what it looks like. That was a real interesting question, Kayla. Thanks for that.
Alrighty.
And we are on Mama T. Hey, Mama T, you are up. And then Sanjib, Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apple and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, and the Floyd.
Hope you like that, Kayla.
Ah. Oh.
How do you want to do that one? That's pretty fascinating, Mama T.
That is really fascinating. We're going to use this deck because I haven't yet. And I want to make you shuffle fat cards. No, just kidding.
Sometimes it's weird when you dream about people who are long gone. It does feel weird. But probably important.
Well, and, oftentimes I don't know. Sometimes it is that they are actually visiting you, which I really believe in. But sometimes I feel like they may be a metaphor for something else trying to get through and connecting. And maybe they're connecting with you, to you, through people that are familiar to you. Because you might be too alarmed if they, showed their true essence, maybe?
I'm not sure. Sometimes I think that the metaphor idea is pretty valid.
Well, let's see what the cards say on that. Wow. Like, whoa.
Oh, dear.
Holy cow! We have some real interesting cards today.
Were these strong relationships? Were these possibly relationships?
Dear friends, she said. Dear friends. Okay. So, yes, look at this. You have judgment, which is a very karmic connection here. You will also have the Two of Cups. And you have the Eight of Cups. Upright. All of them are upright. And seriously, yeah, it does look as though there's nothing negative about this on the surface. Nothing. I feel that a judgment kind of indicates that maybe this is important, that they are coming back to you right now. They are trying to impart some messages and connect with you. See, again, we have that Two of Cups coming at this pivotal time where you're asking about why are they coming. They really want to connect with you. They're traveling, they're journeying to connect with you. Look at that Eight of Cups. And maybe they're trying to tell you now is the time to, to try to connect further with them. Maybe they want you to remember them and honor them in some way.
I think this is a highly spiritual message here. I think that they are probably saying you need to trust in your relationship, in your situation. You need to look towards that and see that spiritually, cosmically, you're together and that you are moving together towards the better thing. And I think that's what they're telling you is that trust, have harmony in relationship, because spirit is looking over for you. It may take a while to get to that shore there. I see the ship on the horizon, but they want you to give trust and believe that this really is advancing for you. This really advances you.
Maybe they want you to get a message from the time you spent with them. Maybe do a little inventory, Mama T, and think about the times you spent together. What were key moments? What are your key takeaways from the relationships with them?
There could be something there.
The good and the bad. Maybe they're trying to get you to look back at this time for some reason to help you move forward on your own journey.
A lot of times, judgment is the metaphor for reawakening or awakening some spiritual things in your life. It's not necessarily spiritual in general. It may be specific spiritual lessons or work you have to do. This may be saying that what Banshee's saying is that some of those people may be triggers or memories or resonances towards that kind of work. So you may have to really think about it. What does that person really mean? And then how does it relate to work or progress you still are making? And this is more at the spiritual level. This isn't about your physical life necessarily, I don't think.
And it might be that they are connecting with you at this time, excuse me, because they want to help you move forward on your journey. They realize that these are difficult times right now. These are trying times. Judgment Day kind of indicates that as well. And maybe they're just trying to connect with you to make you feel better about things, that things are going to be okay. You have to trust the journey.
So we have the fox from the Lenormand, and we have the snake. There goes that camera again. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Now I'm trying to figure that out. So the fox is indicative of people who I feel are interested in your progress. They're interested in your progress, but also making sure that, you don't stray from the path. The snake is kind of like just a cautionary tale about making sure your actions are right ones. It just, to me, it's kind of a different message from what I'm seeing up above there. What do you see?
It
with
is a
that
different message, but
combination?
to me, there's a little resonance between the two because I see
Okay.
both the fox and the snake as being ideas about cleverness and
Yes.
basically how that
Yes.
cleverness is utilized. So you might be getting a message here that there's a cleverness towards creating more opportunity in your life, but there's also a cleverness towards twisting that too. And so it's saying, maybe like she says, a cautionary tale is that use your talents wisely, that sometimes it might be easier to disregard or to go conversely, and you may want to really consider where your motions are going.
They may be coming here to remind you that, remember the good times and remember things were going well, and remember when, you were following the path, and you should not stray from that. And I almost think those two cards in some way, Mr. O, tie into the Judgment card.
Yeah, I can sort of see that there too.
So, in other words, they're here to kind of guide you into making sure and reminding you of, hey,
Well, there are things you should do, there are things you shouldn't do. They may have to tell you, this is something you should do, this is something you should avoid. Or it's intuitions that will come to you through this process.
I think it's really good to know that, and I think what I really feel when I see the fox and the snake is that maybe they're trying to also tell you that they have your back. They kind of have your back. They're watching out for you.
You have the best answer, actually.
Really?
They're here to bring you hope, I think.
Could very well be.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Estelle, we'll get you on the list, but
Hi,
I'm
Estelle.
not sure. It's kind of long.
Ugh.
We'll see how it goes.
All right.
Good to see you, though.
So
And
thank
thanks,
you.
Mama T. That's what we have for you. Hey, Sanjib, you are up. And then Angel Rivera, Angel Mary, Apple and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, Floyd, and Estelle. Well, we're just into our second hour, so it should be moving okay.
Yeah, they seem a lot more nicer dreams. The quality seems really nice, so I hope that's true.
Well, it just looked positive
Mm-hmm.
overall. Really, it did.
It did.
So, Sanjib, are
There
you
it
with
is.
us? We need your question now.
Thank you. Quick general reading.
Awesome.
All right. Your deck or mine?
Your deck. I used mine last.
All right, so I'm going to use the Golden Dawn.
So let's see what's going on generally for Sanjib. Don't forget to catch Mr. O's emotional exchanges. It's still not too late to find out what's going on emotionally for the week ahead. And of course, I just released my Material Matters today, so that's out there.
There's no time limit on tears or happiness.
Did I do that
Flipped it.
right?
Yes, you did. You flipped it.
But I wasn't supposed to flip
You weren't
it.
supposed to.
No, I was not, so I did not do that right. Which was my question, Mr. O. All right, well, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. Thank goodness that's reversed. But unfortunately, we also have another 10. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And then we have the Seven of Wands upright.
So I think this is saying you want to really try to hold your own because there's a lot of change happening right now, but mostly the change is reflective of the fact that maybe you've just undergone or you're aware that you will be going through some amount of repair after a pretty disruptive time, perhaps.
Yeah, I feel that the two tens just go together. They're just like a team. And basically the Ten of Swords reversed is indicating to me that, the worst is over, but you've really been enduring or about to endure, or the worst will be over as you endure some rather turbulent times. Things are a little bit of a struggle. It just feels like, when are things going to right themselves again? Well, I just let you know that it's probably hitting bottom right here and now, or, soon, very soon, because you are going to be able to stand above it all. You are going to be able to pull yourself back up into a position of advantage. So, sometimes we allow circumstances in our lives to get the better of us, Sanjib, and yes?
No, nothing.
No, okay. We let circumstances in our lives get the better of us, but ultimately we have to rise above them. We have to rise above them, and that Seven of Wands indicates you will.
Yeah, I'm thinking that there's just been some real tumultuous kind of stuff happening, but mostly you are dealing well with it and you're rising above it. And I think that the other idea too here with the Wheel of Fortune reversed is that to some degree you may be used to some changes in the strata around you, and that you're used to the fact that there is some change going on, and you know that you can move through it. So let's do the Lenormand. Don't forget to like the page. That's right,
thanks,
Mama T.
T.
Thank you. Mama Teresa has good advice for everyone.
And the best advice is liking our page.
Mm-hmm.
And subscribing. It's really funny. We've been going like from 239 to 240 subscribers. It keeps going back and forth.
We
Somebody
get one,
comes
we lose
back,
one. We
somebody
get one, we lose
leaves,
one.
somebody comes back. I don't know what's going on. Well, you know what? I wouldn't worry too much, Sandra. You've got the child here. And then you've got the sun. And so I feel like, if this isn't about an actual child, it's basically that, the child is small. The child is like, when you think of a child, you think of baby steps, step by step. Step by step, you are moving towards success and the light returning. So that Ten of Swords that was reversed, meaning that you're overcoming some dark times or you're moving past some difficulties, step by step, you're returning back to better days, brighter days.
Well, when you think about a wheel turning, it has spokes, and each spoke is sort of a step in a way of that progress. So I sort of see that allegory between those. But I think that I clearly saw that Ten of Swords as being sort of past or sort of soon to be past. So I didn't feel it was what was coming towards you so much as just maybe the ideas, the ramifications, your takeaway is still maybe being considered or being put into its, position. So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Angel Rivera, you are up, and then Angel Mary, Apple and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, Floyd, and Estelle. And we're doing just fine time-wise.
Very good.
I think we'll be able to get you in a cell at the end, no worries.
That would be nice.
Absolutely. All right.
All right, General.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
So we are also in Pisces season, which means we're getting very close to Aries season, which is my birthday time. Woohoo!
How much longer will I have to hear this? About 2 months.
Yeah. Pretty much, Mr. O. Pretty much.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
They're all reversed. All right, let's see what we've got here, Angel. We've got the Queen of Swords reversed. in my mind, leading to the Ten of Cups reversed, and probably leading to the Four of Cups reversed. Now, the Four of Cups reversed is not a, negative card. I get the feeling here that somebody is not happy. Somebody is making some rather difficult decisions and maybe being more reactive than proactive to a situation. I feel like they're not thinking it through. That's that Queen of Wands, in my opinion.
Sword.
Or, I'm sorry, Queen of Swords, yes. I was interpreting it that way, Queen of Swords. And it's leading to some unhappiness, and this might not just be you, it might either be the household is affected or your workplace is affected by this. And it's time, to step back and contemplate next moves. Really? Well, no, actually, it's time to, the Four of Cups reversed. It's really time to make some more concrete plans and maybe look at this whole situation as an opportunity for changes.
Well, there's definitely some sort of continuum here.
Yeah.
Like this is sort of revolving around. So I sort of feel like, the Queen of Swords is truthful, but maybe the truth sometimes is harsh, but she sort of cuts away what needs to happen. So maybe what is being cut away is a sense of happiness that maybe is concerning your family or people you care about. So it could be the people you care about the most in any context. It doesn't have to be your family, your personal friends, but it could be somebody else. Something is making a decision that will possibly remove some happiness from the quotient. They have to make that decision because it's the right decision.
Well, they think it's the right
Or
decision.
they think it's the right decision.
Queen of Swords is reversed, so
Right.
I'm like, not so sure it's the
It's
right
just about the harshness, though,
Yeah.
too, in my opinion, at this
Okay.
point. Sternness of quality in that decision. So where does that revolve into that Four of Cups reversed? I guess the idea is that maybe you'll have to figure out where you can go to recapture that happiness or to put some balm on the pain that maybe is going to be felt by the decision or the harsh move.
Well, right. It's how to make something, that doesn't look all that great, how to find the opportunity in that. Where's an opportunity for you to make things right?
It's like all of those cups are half empty, but you want to make them seem half full.
Well, I also like that card because when it's upright, this person's being offered stuff, but it's either not the right time or they're not interested. And now is the time that maybe this whole process sets the stage for you to do something you really have always wanted to.
There's a good point.
So that might be the opportunity here. Right, make love, right, exactly. And add some vodka to it. I think you've got it. It's basically it. So I think you're leaning more towards personal life, and seeing all the cups there, I do too.
Yeah.
If it is work related at all, it is something that is going to affect you on an emotional heart level. Like, why are they doing this?
Things you really care
This
about.
doesn't feel right, It's on a feeling level. And I'll tell you what, the key is to talk to people about it because you've got the garden there and you've got the key. So the key is to kind of commiserate, amongst either your family or your coworkers if this is a work thing and try to figure out, the best thing to do going forward. I have a feeling this affects more than you, whatever it is, Angel.
I do too, and I think that the things that are being contemplated or were being contemplated and the actions that will now possibly decide will come from this gestalt of others who are also stakeholders. That's the key.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. You'll have to keep us posted on this one. Interesting reading. All right.
Alrighty.
Good luck with that. And Angel Mary, you are up. After Angel Mary is Apple and Eve, Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, the Floyd, and Acel. Talk and plan. And plans are always subject to change. Especially in this crazy environment we are all still in. Ah. I think that's a yes-no question for sure. And let's see if we need anything else. So let's see. Oh yes, the mermaid deck. You're welcome, Angel Rivera. Oh. Thoughts, Mr. O?
I'm just a little tired today.
Are you thinking about your next goth tarot?
No, I'm thinking about dinner, actually.
Oh. Okay. I'm thinking about warm weather. I can't wait for it to warm up a little bit.
I'm a realist. I know that that's a while.
Oh, no. Come on. We've had some warm springs, early springs. I'm hoping for it.
Well, you go.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling this is not the year, but hope spring is eternal. Spring
let's do a yes or no.
Maybe we will.
Okay, we're coming.
We're doing
right,
a yes, no, yeah. Speaking of which.
Okay, so it seems to be leaning towards no. It's
not
only
a
a
definite
minor.
no.
It's only a minor possibility. It's not impossible, but it doesn't seem to be strongly pointing that way.
Is that the Empress?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay.
So you have two other cards, though. The Empress, which is reversed. And you have the Nine of Cups, which is reversed. So I get the feeling like this would really be something very hopeful for you, that you would really want this to happen. But it may be that with the Empress reversed, I'm also seeing this idea that it's not as likely. I'm wondering if maybe there's this possibility that some of these plans will, in general, have some problems working out totally. I'm not sure what that means, but I get the feeling like there's something that is maybe distracting from this idea, like maybe the amount of studies or the amount of activities related to school just is really going to maybe preclude some of your friendships.
Right. I feel like there's kind of a struggle here between, your personal and your educational life. I feel that goal attainment probably should be your first priority. My feeling is if you were to find a relationship, it could affect your progress on, your goal, your educational goals. And the other thing is, I don't feel it would be a productive use of your time with the Empress reversed here. I'm getting that kind of strongly as well, that I don't think that the person you're really meant to be with is there.
Yeah, and I sort of feel that same thing you just said, only maybe also coming from the Nine of Cups, that there's just not necessarily an emotional weight or value for you in this context. So it may just be that something odd, like, everybody else there is just totally uninterested in relationships, or that there's something that inhibits that from happening somehow.
And remember, this is not, it's leaning towards no, it's not a definite no, but it is showing that your focus probably should not be on that according to what we're seeing here. And let me just see what the Lenormand says. Watch it totally throw a wrench in this, but we'll see.
Well, it might tell us why this is.
That's true, and it might. We'll see, Mr. O.
Okay, Mr. O-O. So, the house, a home, and the whip.
Well, again, I feel like this might be saying you should not rush into something that is that you should not rush and try to make happen something that will be a long-standing thing for you. You're hoping for a relationship. Let's not rush it, because it could have dire consequences. It could have negative consequences. You could get yourself in a situation where you're with somebody who is very argumentative and very difficult to live with long term. So I think it's a cautionary card I'm seeing there.
I'm also wondering too, and this is just a part of me that feels an intuition here, that somehow maybe it's really also about the school year or plan of study having some sort of consequence for you. Like maybe something happens. I mean, maybe you have to return home for some reason swiftly. Maybe you have to leave.
There is that possibility.
Maybe you have to leave the course of study for certain reasons, and it's very quick. So I'm wondering if it's just maybe more of a practical reason why it doesn't happen, because other circumstances kind of get involved.
And ultimately, too, this could be talking about how at home you feel in Romania. It might be that you are having difficulties, with acclimating to the culture or something there, that it's tough. It's not
that
easy.
That could be too, I think.
And will you be able to acclimate fast enough, So the whip is about speed. The whip is about aggressive actions sometimes. So it depends what cards it's with and what feel we're getting from the reading, how we interpret that. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, in order to turn these around, to get your wish, to get your heart's desire, means that also, too, you probably are needing to take care of some things first, which is basically engendering a complete creation of life. You have to have a really evolved life before maybe you're ready to move to that stage.
And also with these cards, I'm kind of looking at this and thinking that maybe that's it. If you were, maybe these cards are trying to say, if you were to find somebody there, you might end up having to stay there, which may not be a problem for you, but will you have problems adapting? That would be my question.
Well, to me, I'm thinking that you want the Empress to turn around because it sort of represents a completion too. And so right now this is saying this is not necessarily the way to complete what you're looking for.
Yeah. So I think it's leaning towards no, but I think that, maybe time will tell. I would just take it slow. And focus on what you're there for, the studies, and, the rest may come in time. I think that's what the cards are basically saying, is it's not likely during your time of study there. But perhaps if you decide to reside there after, maybe things will be different.
There you go.
That's what we have for you. Hey, Apples and Eve, you are up. And then Bonita, Sonali, Dr. V, Floyd, and Estelle.
Hi, Apple and Eve. I hope you're here.
Yeah, I know you're here. I know you are.
You're welcome. It was interesting because it sort of points to a lot of different possibilities or other things that maybe are also going to manifest more likely. I'm just answering your question.
Was that my cards? Yes.
Yes, it was.
So your cards.
No, it was mine. It was the mermaids.
Oh, yeah.
La mermaids.
Gotcha. So let's go back to you. Okay, waiting on Apple and Eve. Where are you?
So while we're waiting, I'm going to remind people once again. Oh, there we are. I don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Good timing.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, general reading. Let's see if we can make some sense.
Okay. It's always good to try to find some sense in things. But sometimes...
What do they say? Common sense
difficult.
is not always so common? Or
Well, I guess so.
I've heard that one. I don't know if that's always true.
Well, the sun is still out, so the clouds are coming later. I think the snow is happening tonight and into tomorrow.
And, now that we're like in our last half hour, I guess I just have to say, where was that sun man today? Where's Mr. Sunny?
Darn you.
Sleeping
they're
somewhere.
sleeping today. I don't know what's up.
I think we could
Surprise.
put up with him for the last half hour if we had to.
We could. Yeah, no cats today. What happened? They were all over me this morning.
About an hour before we started setting up, though, he was just hoovering around here. I say hoovering.
Yeah.
Going, meow, meow, his little whispery meow. It was annoying. Alrighty. Wow, people cards.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one to make some sense out of here. We got the Knight of Coins upright. That's always a good thing to start with.
It says the patience of Merlin underneath. I kind of like that.
Well, and this card says all things being equal, but it's reversed, and it's the Ten of Cups. A passionate footnote, and it's the King of Wands reversed.
Hibernation. Alrighty.
I almost feel like, wow. All right, well, you want me to go
these
first?
must be, yeah, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah. They are connected, but I almost feel like what they're trying to say is there is some push and some move, some attempts to move forward financially and grow either business or financial concerns. But there is a lot of unhappiness and possibly a lack of support from someone, around you. I get this feeling kind of strongly that somebody may be unhappy with the way things are going or trying to undermine things, causing you some discord and unhappiness. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Or that they just, if it's a person, if it's a situation, it has its own energy. It doesn't resonate, as we all like to say. It doesn't
with what you're trying to do.
Right. It doesn't resonate very strongly right now. It may have in the past, but it doesn't right now. So it is causing some amount of emotional turmoil. It puts you off foot or off your balance with them or that situation. But it seems to me, though, that what you do have going for you in this is that your drive is pretty steady. And so it may be that as much as you can, you still are moving towards your course. You're just not getting the full range of support or the full range of resources or energies that you normally would feel.
Right, it's leaving you lacking a little bit emotionally. You want to feel good about going in the direction you're going in, but yet there's this thing that's causing unhappiness and difficulty. And I feel like in order to move forward, in the direction you want to keep going, you may have to resolve this. This looks like something that begs for some sort of resolution.
Well, the thing is that we like this deck because it has these little statements statements underneath the card, and this one says all things being equal. Can't quite get it focused there. So when I'm reversing it, though, because it is reversed, I'm thinking, so maybe there's some equity issues involved here. The equity not necessarily being what each one has material-wise or how those resources are shared, but maybe the equity could also extend to the idea that there isn't a consensus necessarily on how you are moving with this energy or with this project. Because I think, too, that the Ace of Wands could also just be talking about the ambition of the project itself without it necessarily being a person.
Good point. Wow, look what we got again. That wonderful book card.
A book. I like
because
the
it's
book.
got that open door. And then we have the garden card. So I think this is a time to connect and learn from others. And, which I think you're doing right here, is trying to have us look at this and try to make some sense of this with you. And I think that this is a period of time where maybe you need to connect and reach more out there with others to seek some answers and maybe to look for other doors, ideas that can open for you from that.
Well, within reason, I think this is saying that to some degree, your connections, your networks, social media or otherwise, are really going to be the key, are really going to open up things here. But I think that this is also saying, too, to not just throw everything out there and say, hey, hive mind, what should I do? No,
right.
It's really about knowing intelligently who are your best stakeholders or your best interest or resources. Who do you network the best with?
And that's a good point too, is like maybe what you have to do is you realize that you have to move beyond this negativity that is surrounding you right now and focus on the things that are really, really helping you move forward, progress that night, get that night moving with that pentacle in hand.
Right, because there's always about, this is a card of ambition to me too.
Yes.
So it's really about being able to follow your ambition, to really see it going somewhere and find yourself following behind it.
Yeah. That's what we have for you. I hope that helped.
That is what we have. So good luck and thank you as always.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hey, Bonita, you are up. Are you with us, Bonita?
We all like books. That is right.
No argument here. We love the books. Although I think I have to start eliminating some. I'm looking at my office where we have a hodgepodge of other books not mystical or spiritual. And
You're
think
welcome,
it's
Apple and Eve.
time to part with some. You're very welcome.
General for Bonita.
General, you've got it.
Your deck?
Oh, we just used mine.
Oh, we did. Okay. I'm going to go back to the Adrian then.
Okay.
The general reading.
Okay, so after Bonita, Sinelli, Dr. V, Floyd, and Estelle. And look at that. We got a little over 20 minutes left. We can do this.
Sure hope so.
There'll be a little overtime probably.
No problem. So somebody did show up, but not to bother us. She's just sort of chilling over there. Shadow. Hi, baby. Hi, Shadow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in the stream.
No.
You meant a cat.
Yeah. Because I was talking about the cats earlier.
The sassy is sleeping.
And Shadow is grooming. Shadow, we
one
call
more.
her.
Shadow is special. That's why we call her Shadow. All right.
All right.
General. Ooh.
Okay, so we have the reversed Eight of Pentacles.
Okay. I thought it was upright. Silly me.
Then we have the upright, or no, that's reversed too. Yeah. Four of Wands.
Okay.
And then the reversed Five of Wands. So I like the brilliant colors. I don't necessarily like what they might mean.
Yeah, they look really pretty. Well, the Eight of Pentacles. So, this could refer to work. This could refer to learning. This could refer to projects that you've wanted to get done or things in your life you want to move forward on. And it just seems like you're kind of stuck right now. You're not feeling it. You know, you're not feeling like moving forward. Something feels like, though, that it needs to be complete. And I feel that with the Four of Wands, that there's, you know, you're okay where you're at right now. You feel like things are okay, but they could be better. And if only you could get a move on, and if only you could motivate yourself to do more, or if people around you could appreciate the things you have done more, that would probably go a long way. I'm going to stop with those two for now.
Right, and I think that's coming from the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I think there's an idea that maybe some of the projects or things you've been trying to work have been really mired a little bit, and some of that maybe is either the criticism or the lack of support that you might feel, because to some degree you feel there should be something that others can share with you on this. So this might be things that you thought you were sharing this project or this situation with others, but maybe it's just not a good time for that. Somebody's not feeling that energy from you, or they're not feeling the energy in general. And then with that one, the Five of Wands reversed too, it almost acts like they're almost more willing to be combative or just generally unagreeable in this situation. Like maybe they're not necessarily articulating it, but they sort of have some gripes or some grumbles, or sort of, you know, not quite with you there.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, I kind of read the Five of Wands differently from him sometimes when it's reversed. And I kind of feel like that might be the one positive here, is that you kind of are feeling at the point now of being more willing to just, hey, if that's the way they feel, fine, but I'm moving on, or I'm moving forward anyway. So it's kind of a feeling to me like you may just abandon a certain idea or project or goal that you have and move on, or you may just do it regardless of the fact of whether you have support to do it or not. It's like, hey, with or without you, this is going to happen.
That's very interesting, because I sort of feel like what I'm getting ultimately from the Five of Wands maybe is a gestalt between you and me, and the idea that they're just going to go and eat some worms, because it doesn't really matter, you know, they're darned if they do, they're darned if they're not, so they don't feel like there's necessarily a value one way or the other. They should do it for themselves.
Let's see what this could be. What the Lenormand might add to this. All right.
Okay, so we have the dog. And we have the sun. Oh, these are almost parallel in a way.
They are, except I think there's a message here. And I think it is to make sure you're surrounding yourself, you know, with the people who truly support you and uplift you, you know. The naysayers gotta go, you know, and the people who are here to help you and be a part of, you know, your life, you know, in a positive manner, are the ones that you need to surround yourself with at this time. Especially if there's something really important you've been wanting to get done and work on, and some of the people around you are just not, you know, not interested. Wow, see what he did? See what he did? He talked about him so that he would come. I knew it. This is your fault.
Well, maybe.
But everybody loves to see Sunny, so...
Because Sunny, too, is the Sun Man.
Oh,
so
no.
I conjure the blessing of Sunny for you. But I would agree with the Banshee here and just say that the Sun, to me, although it comes after the loyal friends, it sort of shines the light on saying, you know, your good friends are really the ones who will inspire you, who will carry you, who believe in you, and maybe who will work with you too. Because this is about partnerships to some degree, in my opinion.
All we had to do is pull the Sun card.
There is Kitty, yay.
So that's what we have for you, Bonita. I hope that made some sense and helps. And good luck with that. And Sonali, you are up finally. Sonali, are you with us? And then we have Dr. V, Floyd, and Estelle, and we can call it a day.
There is Kitty, yay. Aw. The Sun Man. Yes, that's right. Divine message for Sonali.
Oh, absolutely. And you've taken away my shuffling
You are
sticks.
so regal. You are so regal.
Move these before he lays on them.
My little Sun Man.
Yes, the two boys are up. He's come back. I was going to say the two boys are together, but you are back.
I feel better when he's around, even when he is annoying. I don't know why. Except for all the hair that flies around.
Yeah, right.
That's itchy and stuff.
Okay.
Divine message. Ooh, those cards.
Sorry. Sorry. You know, now he's demanding.
He's got a hold on you.
Demanding attention. Oh, look what came up again. Interesting. Okay, divine message. We have the Knight of Pentacles upright. Seven of Swords upright.
Oh, Dorothy.
And the Moon reversed. Okay, it's a divine message. So what do you see, Mr. O?
Well, it is a message. It's kind of a contrary message because I think it's saying move slowly and securely in your mission, perhaps, but also with a little bit of stealth. So sort of it's a contrast in a way because this is sort of up front. It's sort of not hidden necessarily, but this sort of acts like it's hidden, the stealthy idea. But then you have the Moon, which is also kind of omen-ish for mystery or hidden things. However, this is saying it's revealed. So I'm wondering if it's saying is the mysteries you are trying to reveal can be resolved, but only by being a little bit mysterious yourself or being a little bit stealthy yourself and just moving towards those goals. Did I put you to sleep?
I'm thinking intently.
Oh, okay. That means it's dangerous.
So, Sonali, I feel that you're moving towards something. You're moving towards finding out something that I feel that once you find it out, You need to keep it. I almost feel like you need to keep it close to the chest. There's information that's going to be revealed to you that you probably are better off not letting it go any further. It's like the message is just for you. And I feel something is going to be revealed, and it may be about direction as far as career or educational concerns, or something more tangible goes, more earth-based. I don't know. There's a few different ways I could read that Seven of Swords there, and especially coupled with the moon, it's as if too that maybe things are being revealed, things will be revealed to you that you really needed to know, that were about your, that actually were to your benefit to find out. So there's that aspect of it as well.
Right. It just seems like there's sort of a quieter or more secretive process going on that maybe is leading you towards this attainment.
Now, the Seven of Wands or Swords, is a really interesting card to me, because on the surface, when you look at that, you see somebody taking off with those swords, and sneaking away into the night. And I really think that but there's many reasons that could be. Is it because they are a thief and stealing them? Or is it because they're trying to disarm an unruly band of drunken soldiers or something, and they're just doing it for everybody's own good? So I really feel like this information that's being revealed to you is probably for your own good.
It's always about cleverness, whether or not you see it as maybe being deceitful cleverness or enlightening cleverness. That's really the thing. It's cleverness, and it's coming up with a plan to make something happen that needs to happen.
Awesome, Gina. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Nice to see you. And yeah, your timing was perfect. But all we had to do was draw the sun card in the Lenormand, and Sunny appeared.
Well, yes, it was just so funny because at 3:30 I said, no sun man, but I knew that saying would make him happen.
He did that deliberately. He can't help himself.
I did it.
But draw the sun man here.
He wanted it.
Sonelli, this is really an interesting combination to me. We have the dog here.
Ooh.
Yes, and it's pointing at the dog, isn't it? And we have the cutting implement pointed at the dog.
And, of course, the Seven Swords.
Yeah. And so, I can't help but wonder, Sonelli, if, you're going to find out something about somebody you trusted, and that maybe it's time to cut ties with this person. Or you will find out something that they've said or done that you will feel kind of hurt by.
Right. There's definitely something about a deceit of some sort or cutting remarks from somebody you just didn't expect it from. And it may be that it reveals even more going on that, you're going to have to, examine and study. Hey.
So I know we're giving you more of a general reading in a way than a divine message.
Well, maybe there's a little bit more danger here than we're, or
maybe the divine
a sense
message,
of warning.
The divine message is to recognize in your life that, not everybody has your best interests at heart. And oftentimes, those people can be, some of the people that we trust the most. Mm-hmm. So, just eyes wide open kind of thing here, I think the divine is trying to tell you. Especially if you want to move forward and succeed.
It's more so with the Page of Pentacles, but I still sort of feel like there's this idea with the Knight that he's being drawn towards something. And I'm going to say you're being drawn towards the revelation. Your spirit is going to tell you what you need to know about what the situation is.
Okay. Okay, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Dr. V is next, and Dr. V did leave a question. I have it. I don't know if you're still here, Dr. V, but we are on it right now. Dr. V wanted to know if Y and team will come back with an offer, after the interview, and when. So let's see. If it says no, I guess that's the answer, but let's see what it says. Yeah, this was a little bit complicated, I have to say, Sonali. I apologize for that. My feeling is the divine message is about paying attention to the people around you and who you trust, and be aware that even some of the people that you think have your back sometimes don't. I think that's basically the message from the divine. It's more of a a note of caution. All right, Dr. V, let's see. Is it my turn or yours? I think it's your deck.
Okay. We'll go ahead and use the Golden Dawn.
So after Dr. V is Floyd and Estelle.
And then we will be done.
Okay, I see your question, Floyd. I'll write that down. You will be right after we do Dr. V's. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Right.
Oh, Sun Man.
All right. Let's see what we
Oh,
have.
Sun Man.
All right.
So this one's yes or no, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's one.
Two aces.
Oh. Not just two aces, Dr. V. The Wheel of Fortune.
So the answer to the question is most likely yes, and that there's going to be some luck or
Timing,
a sense of destiny and timing.
destiny that's associated with this. How soon, though, with the wheel there, Mr. O? Could it be before next season, or like...
A lot of times the wheel is a metaphor for seasons, that each wheel is about 4 seasons. That's the easiest way. You could also use the 8 spokes as the halfway point of the season, midsummer, midwinter, etc. So I am thinking that this represents it being sooner than later, maybe a matter of
maybe
it
by
being,
or around spring.
right, maybe the matter of it being about a season or so.
Yeah. Let me throw the Lenormand on that for you. Take care, my sweet Christina.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Hope that wasn't too freaky.
Thanks for your nice comment about my material matters.
Thank you.
All right.
And we have the Scythe, the Sith, followed by the Clouds.
And then we have clouds in the coffee.
Clouds in the coffee.
So I get the feeling here that, what this is basically saying is confusion will be cut away, you will get a clear answer, I feel. And again, I get the feeling that it might be sooner than later.
I'm going to go with that too. I'm going to say that maybe this just represents the fact that within a sooner point of reference or time, things just dispel, the clouds just sort of shift, and the answer is more or less apparent.
Well, I also think too that there might be some, once a decision is reached, something's going to happen aggressively. The kind of action you have with the sict is a fast, smooth motion. You're cutting things down. So maybe, this is also just indicative of you're waiting for the confusion, the air to clear, the clouds to part so you can get this answer. And I do think it'll probably be by spring, so we're almost there. Hang in there.
Alrighty.
That's what we have for you, Dr. V. And we're going to move on to the Floyd.
What's in store for you and Amanda?
Future for the Floyd and Amanda. Let's see what we've got. That'll be just 3 cards, Mr. O.
Okay.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, it is.
It is. All right.
That's my son, man. You're the bestest. You're the bestest.
Someday we have to get his purrs on microphone.
Good luck with that. He has a nice purr, but you have to really get in close to hear it. Because sometimes when he purrs, there's like a little meow that sort of escapes.
There's a little cooish kind of sound.
It's very adorable. We've never had an orange ginger cat before, so we're just tickled pink with him. Around these parts, it's mostly white, black, gray, or some combination of them.
And of course, when we took in the stray that my son's cat who just passed away after 20 years, what a life, Persephone was our first tortie kind of cat.
Well, not my first tortie.
Well, that's right. You had one, right? Your family, yeah.
No, I'm talking.
Oh, that's right, with the funny name.
I once inherited a tortoiseshell calico tortoiseshell whose name was Reefer.
Reefer. Yes, and when the cat disappeared from his house, he had to go call for it.
Reefer, Reefer. Yes, this was my college era. Okay, the first card, Floyd, is the 3 of Wands. The second
You're
card.
next to sell. We'll be on you next.
The second card is the 7 of Coins. And then we have number 9, Contemplation, or as it is known in other decks, the Hermit.
Ah, it's upright?
It's reversed.
Oh, so what is that? The 3 of Wands, what is that, Pentacles?
The 7 of Pentacles.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's,
There's a holding pattern here.
oh, I don't know. Well, yes, I guess the
Holding pattern.
Yeah.
Holding pattern.
Yeah, you're right.
Contemplation reversed maybe is the closest thing to not necessarily being a holding pattern.
Well, maybe what this is saying is that you've been doing a lot of the contemplation, a lot of planning, and you're just kind of not taking action on what needs to be done. And maybe the Hermit reversed is saying that it's time now to think outward, to not think outward, to do, to go outward, to start working on your projects and goals. The time for contemplation and planning is over. It's time to do.
Sometimes I think the Three of Wands are people who feel they have their investment there and they're just waiting for it. But
So
it
wait.
could be that this is a mistaken idea, that there's still something more that needs to be done about
So
that.
let's talk about this in line with where your relationship is heading. Because, yeah, we're just giving you a kind of broad-based overview there. I think that, you guys have been planning something, Maybe you've been planning for a future together. And, it's one thing to make plans or have dreams and hopes and desires, but now is the time maybe to do something about that.
Well, the other thing too is I agree with those, but I think that with the Hermit reversed, the idea may be that there still needs to be a coming to terms with mutual goals or desires, or that it may be the idea that there are certain things that have to be negotiated in this relationship. And so there may be a little bit of this contemplation spilling over into that, like that maybe there's the sense of really giving it some time to figure out what the parameters are, what the changes might have to be.
I kind of feel like things are moving forward in a way. I mean, there is nothing negative here to say that there is no future.
No.
But I almost think that there's just this level of uncertainty yet because everything is not totally in place. There's still work to do.
There's a lot in place, but there's a lot that isn't.
Yeah, there is work to do now on, whether it's how you get along with each other, how you function as a team. Are you on the same page with your goals for the future? For example, do you want to get married? Do you want to have children? Does one want one? Does one do not? All these little things that are important in seeing where do you want to get serious? Do you not?
See, on the surface level between you two, it may be that there's really this commonality, but maybe there's some unaddressed areas
That's what I
that
think.
need to come out. And so there's a sense of really having more conversation or more examination, self and each other.
Well, and overall, just
It looks good. It doesn't look bad.
Getting a sense of it, Floyd. With a wand upright, with the pentacles upright, there's potential for some growth and some positive energy here in this relationship.
The future means the future that is held is one that really is a mutual effort of working together and understanding where your strengths and weaknesses are and how you will complement each other.
And the future depends on, the work you put into it right now.
Good point. So what do you got?
Why is that Scythe coming back again and now here?
Well, but at least it's the right side.
Yeah. So the Scythe is here with the ring, which often does not bode well because, the Scythe means about cutting connections and cutting ties, but it is not pointing at the ring.
Is there a relationship that is not totally out of the picture between one or the other of you? Or is there something that is connective, some sort of bond that still has not, that interferes or that maybe is part of the question?
Well, I think that looking at the ring, in order to be solid with each other, make a firm commitment to each other, relationships are often about give and take. Sometimes you have to let some things go in your life in order to make room for this person in your life. So maybe it's either one or both of you have to learn to let some habits, some mindsets, some different things go if you really want to bond with one another. Does that make sense? What about you?
I agree. I was just reading their comments too, so I get the feeling like maybe it is possible, but not on his end, maybe the other end. But maybe there just is also to a sense that it may take a while before the actual total bonding, i.e. marriage, or really, creating the actual partnership happens, that maybe this is still a time to contemplate those things.
So in your process of, being together and becoming more of a couple and a team, you may just find that, there are just things that you still have to work on. You still have to work out with one another to make sure that things are going to go smoothly.
Hi, Sun
And I
Man.
think that I got to leave it at that because Sunny said so.
No, it mostly seems, okay. It's like a lot of relationships, they just need work.
Yep. Hey, when do they not need effort?
When do they not?
Mr. O.
So now we are
on a
moving.
cell. Yay! Our last reading of the day.
All right.
You're welcome, Floyd. Hey, good luck with you and Amanda in the life ahead.
Yes.
It's a work in progress. So, Asel, you are up. We'll
They
take
gave
your
us their
question
question.
now.
What job opportunities are coming towards them in 2 to 3 months?
Oh, okay. I don't see it yet because I have a delay.
It's up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we have it. All right, your cards.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Adrian for this last one.
You are so silly. You know you are.
Thank you, Asel. We have the question.
Yeah, we have it. Sorry. My bad. Well.
And you are welcome, the Floyd. Good luck to you and Amanda.
Good distraction, Mr. O.
I try.
Are you going to be able to grab these? Oh,
Yeah, I can.
got
Hello,
it.
boy.
It
Hello,
was a
boy.
little messy.
Mwah. Mm.
All right.
So our first card, Asel, is the reversed King of Pentacles. Let's get that up there. Then we have the reversed Ace of Wands. And then we have the reverse Star. So none of these look good. I'll just have to be honest
Man,
there.
2 to 3 months. Well,
So-
look it. I feel that there's just some stagnation right now. Whether it's the economy, whether it's just a lack of opportunities, things have slowed down and there are delays. There are setbacks and delays.
Wherever you're at, your world, your circumstance, it would seem to me that maybe there are people who would be the more material sources who say, I'm hiring people, I'm creating this, I'm doing this, and therefore they're the ones who need employees or to need to have that. And I sort of feel like there's a stagnation on their part, like maybe their business is not able to progress, therefore they can't necessarily present opportunities for a potential workforce. It may be that there is some really negative news at that industry level. That, of course, would mean that this is going to affect a lot of people, perhaps.
What is that card again?
This one?
Uh-huh.
Star reversed.
Yeah, I was going to say about the star reverse to sell is don't be
Excuse
overly
me.
discouraged. It's just that right during this time period, opportunities are going to be scarce. I really feel with that Ace of Wands reversed, that's a big part of the problem. And the other one, which is
The King of Coins.
yeah, the King of Coins reversed is, right now, this is not a time to take anything for granted. I feel like the King reversed is somebody who thinks that, well, I can just sit back and, wait for things to get better. I don't think so. I think despite the sounds of this, don't fall into being pessimistic because you're not getting responses. Keep throwing resumes out there. Keep trying. I feel like that's the message of the star is don't lose hope. Don't give up. Because, and really I feel that star falls right in with the King of Pentacles there. Don't give up just because the opportunities seem scarce. Keep putting yourself out there, and eventually I believe the wheel will turn. It just does seem like it might take a little longer than you would like.
I'm going to say that to me, what this card feels like is that the opportunities or stagnation will come. The opportunities will come, or the stagnation will cease more in the spring, maybe with spring things springing forth again. So I'm thinking that the next couple months will hopefully just be the roughest you'll have to deal with in terms of waiting for these opportunities to show up.
And this is a sign of hope for me, Asel, is the moon is here, and the moon can talk about romance, which I also have something here that talks about romance, but it can also talk about job and career. So I think that's a positive, because also I have the heart here, and I feel that since you asked a career-oriented question, what this is saying is, definitely follow the star's advice. Don't lose hope, because at some point, you are going to come across an opportunity that you're absolutely going to love. So don't rush the process. If you need money and you can maybe find some small ways to get some income in the interim period, fine. But expect something that's going to be a little bit more long-term and long-lasting to happen, like he said, maybe by spring, or maybe, I'm looking at if it's not going to be now or March, maybe sometime in April, or late April, early May.
I do feel that the moon presents good luck for you, and good luck that will really make you feel much better. I also get the feeling like it's possible that maybe somebody you really care about will be able to help you too, or will bring you some sense of fortune or something that will help stabilize you. So I think that there are resources amongst friends or people you care about because they care for you too.
And it is also possible that this opportunity could come to you through somebody and care about. Somebody who just says, hey, I know there's a job at my place, blah, blah. It could happen that way as well.
So I hope that happens. And you're welcome.
Hey, you are welcome, Asel. Good luck with your job searching.
Good luck.
And that's it. That's all she wrote. We finished up. We're 15 minutes over time.
Whoops, I did the wrong thing. We still have some Super Tarot Love Month. I went the wrong direction on picking the scene.
Sorry.
I picked the Super Tarot Love Month screen.
Oh, whoops.
And we still have a couple more things in our bag of tricks for Super Tarot Love Month. There's a couple more poems.
The week left.
Yes, you never know what we could end up doing.
So everybody, take
but
care.
But it will be clean.
Take care of yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you on Thursday night when we next stream from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and if not, next Sunday. See you here, same time, same place.
Say goodbye,
Take care,
Sunny.
everybody, and let's all hope for warmer days ahead.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.